out near Goodland, Kansas right now. We're going to be there hours. Too far north. Nothing. I got no data out here. Can't see what it says. Yeah, I saw that, Lucas. You just got put in the 2% risk. I'm headed out for the I-70 corridor, 2% risk. That storm I was going to try to get up on near Rapid City is looking like it's just going to be a windbag. So rather than wasting that 3 hours of drive time to get up to Rapid City, I'm going to hit the I-70 corridor and hit this little line of storms along the I-80 corridor on the way down. Yeah, we're going to lose signal here for a little bit, guys, as we get down, as we leave Wyoming. This whole area is just a dead zone. Oh, I can see the outflow boundary now, too. Damn. Yeah, things are going to start popping off here soon. I-80, Lucas, I'm going to make a recommendation for you real quick. Before, Lucas, look up, there's a video by CGP Grey. There's a video by CGP Grey called U.S. Highways. The U.S. Highway Constellation. Watch that video. It's one of the most useful videos you'll ever watch as like a storm chaser when it comes to navigation. It teaches you how to read, like, what all the U.S. highway, how all the U.S. highways are laid out, like what all the numbers mean. I didn't watch that video until I was like 30 years old, and I wish I'd known it. It's a really good, like, you ever wonder what, like, I-20, why it's called I-25 or like I-35, or, you know, why there's no I-40? It's really great. Yeah, look up the CGP Grey, the U.S. Highway Constellation. It's a really good video about what all the numbers in the U.S. highways mean. That's CGP Grey. The U.S. Highway Constellation. Oh, that's CGP, as in CGP, and Grey, G-R-E-Y. I'll see if I can post that in the Discord. It's a really good video. But it's it explains where all of the U.S. highways are. CGP Grey U.S. Highways. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'll send that to you. Post a link to that video in the Discord, Lucas. It's a great video that explains how the U.S. highway system works. Tractor intercept. Gang, we're changing targets today, making a little bit of a slight 400-mile detour. Little change of targets here. Originally, I was going to hit that line of storms up near Rapid City, but I decided to redirect and head to. Dang. Okay, that is the third time I've gotten caught by the Google Street View guys this month. I'm going to be on so many Google Street Views. It's not even funny. Okay. I guess when you're driving so much, you're bound to run into them, huh? But anyways, yeah, we're headed towards, looks like Goodland, Kansas. We're going to be cutting off a line of storms we're going to be tracking with a line of storms that are headed out of Fort Collins and Cheyenne, and moving with those down to on the I-80 corridor to drop south into the I-70 corridor to get into that 2% risk area for this evening. Those storms probably aren't going to be starting to pop off till tonight, but we've got something to chase until then. Originally I was targeting Rapid City, but that storm looks like it's just going to be a windbag, so I'm not going to drive all that way if I'm just going to get some hail and wind. So I'm going to leave that for the South Dakota chasers. The models had that one looking like a nice isolated supercell. No, Wichita is too far away. I couldn't get to Wichita today. I'm gonna try my luck on Goodland today, since that's on my way home, basically. I'm gonna be headed to Goodland, then back to Pueblo. So that's the itinerary for today: is Goodland, Kansas, and then Pueblo, Colorado. Or I guess not even like Goodland, Kansas. It's going to be more like McCook, Nebraska. Yes, that's the one. You can see we got a nice anvil on our storm up here. Super Diane. So the psychic was gonna do the chase tape on what based on what that psychic recommended. However, psychic ended up reaching out to me just this morning and saying, "Hey, I don't actually feel comfortable with you doing this," and so I didn't want to. I didn't want to embarrass them out, so I ended up not doing it because they weren't comfortable with it. I didn't want to embarrass them or anything like that. So I am still going to do that in the future, but not today. So would maybe not be. Not aware. I'm a big fan of. I'm always interested in those people, you know, who report to have like psychic powers or whatever, or do that kind of stuff, because there's always a there's a fine line, right, between, you know, people who do it for fun, who can offer people some kind of comfort or solace in things or whatever, or people who do it in a way that's like exploitative. I don't know, but the person I paid for that wasn't comfortable with it, so I backed off it. Which area? So I can't actually see what area you're specifically referring to. I need to change my overlay settings a little bit. So this is for the day, right? This storm is a nice little that we're getting developer here. Oh, Colorado, Kansas. Probably border. There's a guy who passed away recently. Like psychics on their claims, but like they'll see the future or speak with dad or whatever. Especially on TikTok, is there are a lot of people who claim, and I think a lot of them are also doing it in a way that I think is actually really helpful and like constructive. Like I've noticed a lot of on TikTok, especially the ones that talk about like towards like getting therapy, which I think is really positive. But or like taking advantage of like weather's this Supercell is looking great. poor motorcyclist back there just wrapped himself. Be careful, guys. This tighter to a lens so I can give you guys kind of a tighter focus. You guys see that? There's definitely something on the forward flank of the storm going on. Lowering on the front side of the storm. We're gonna punch right under that and see what's in there. That looks like it's nice as we get up under there, so we should have a nice good look at this here pretty soon. Wall cloud. On that storm over Fort Collins. I got friends in Fort Collins. That I've got over there on the front side of the storm. It's crazy. This thing's at some point in the near future, guys, I'm going to be picking up a let me do that. Alright, I got my spotter dot on. Been working some more kit together. You guys can see I have a roof mounted camera now, and that feed is being shown here. So I type it on. I have a roof. Once I get once I have the funds for it, I will have the ability to I'll be able to use the roof mount. I still need to pick up a an orange pie board, so that way I do have that now. Pretty poor for a little bit, Lucas. Not much I can do about that. you're just joining me now, my name is Patrick down here. That's just a minute. Yeah, that Cheyenne storm. It'll be worth the wait. Trust me. All right. Should be back. Guys, my overheated. Didn't realize that. Face on this storm. Really like that Fort Collins. I think 4 points this storm actually looks better. Watch this one. Tornado. Bring it down to that. Shows what I know. base on it. We're half that. I'll tell you about that. Here, let me put the two sticks that are merging. commotion happening up in there. I really want to watch this merger take place. This I can get off and watch. So we're going to circle north again here. There's another bridge just to our right. This. Here's the plan. Why? We're gonna go south. We're gonna cut off that line of storms to stay ahead of this line of storms. I don't think there's anything to see here, guys. Not on this storm. They'll push up storms. Also give us a chance to see that. New storm, guys. Or needs a little bit of time, a little bit more time to cook. Up over Cheyenne. I don't think I've been there south. We're going to be trying to catch that storm that's over Fort Collins. And then we're going to be shooting east to get out into that 2% risk area. So that's what we're going to do.
Exit the traffic circle onto the ramp.
Got a little more to do.
Continue on I-25 south for 5 miles.
Yeah, I wasn't out chasing for had getting some work done on my car, and I had to get some actual work done because I'm not a full-time chaser, so I have other work responsibilities. So I'm back out chasing again. We got a line of supercells firing up here along the Front Range in Colorado.
In 2 miles, take exit for US 85 Sydney.
So we're going to be staying with these supercells here in northern Colorado. Yeah, I should be able to do something about
In 1,000 feet, make a U-turn. West, then turn left.
there's a
Turn
line at
left
the gas.
Then turn left. North. Then head southwest.
Hey, James. Interesting. There's a line station. Fascinating.
Turn left. You're back online. Extra drive.
Maybe I'll have to wait till the next exit to get gas. I don't want to wait
Head
here.
northeast, then turn right. Turn right toward Exchapair Drive. Turn left onto Exchapair Drive, then turn right onto I-25 Business Loop. Turn right onto I-25 Business In 800 feet, slide left onto the I-25 North ramp to I-80 College Drive. Head south toward I-25 South. In 1,000 feet, merge onto I-25 South.
All right, we got another Supercell down here. I'll track with this one.
Continue on I-25 South. In 2 miles, take exit for Highland.
There we go. Is the signal quality improved at all, guys?
Take exit 4 for High Plains Road.
And Supercells.
Take exit 4.
We got 3 really pretty Supercells in view right now, guys. Actually, in a second, you guys, kind of the
1
view.
mile at the traffic circle, take the 3rd exit onto High Plains Road.
Them from up here. So we got, they're all pretty high based, but it's kind of par for the course here in Wyoming. We got the Laramie Supercell off over this direction. You can see that really high base over there. That's one super. You can see that one right over there. And then we're going to go around this traffic circle and take a look at another one. We got another Supercell that is right in front of us, right here. That's the one that we're on right now.
Circle onto High Plains Road.
And then we're going to do another loop right over here and just take another loop. This one. there's
Exit the
another one.
roundabout.
And there's the Fort Call right here. And there's that one dead ahead of us. That one's up in the mountains, actually.
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-25 South.
So yeah, we have quite a few cells out here right now. All that to say, we are going to be headed
In 3/4 of a mile, take exit 2 for Wyoming north on Colorado 71 north. Continue on Colorado 71.
Buckle up, everyone. We're getting on a storm. No worries, Lucas. We got you. Oh, yeah. I can get on that GDS.
Turn left on County Road 88.
Oh, yeah. That looks like a storm, all right.
Turn left on County Road 88. Head north on Colorado 71 north. Continue on Colorado 71 north for 8 miles.
All right, gang, we're going into a low signal area, so be prepared for the signal to drop for a little bit. There's our storm. You can see we've got a bit of a lowering on it up there, too. Looks like this storm is really starting to reorganize. So we're going to get up in there and see what's under there. It's not too far off from dynamics. All right, if you're just joining me now, my name is Patrick. I'm a storm chaser. We are headed towards Sidney, Nebraska. We are on track to intercept a line of thunderstorms, one of which has a tornado vortex signature on it.
Turn right onto County Road 102.
We're gonna cut this. We're gonna cut that storm off right as it crosses the road. Basically, you can see way off in the distance up here that this storm has got a bit of a lowering on it. Kitty, yes, I'm headed north on 71. And we're trying to intercept this thunderstorm to the north of me here because it's got a tornado vortex signature on it. And you can see way off in the distance up there, there's a bit of a lowering up there. Kind of hard to see on this camera. But we're going to go check that out. But we're going to be tracking with these storms as they make their way out into Kansas. These storms are associated with that 2% tornado risk in Kansas right now. Yeah, I'm on the. I believe this is the Heartland Expressway, Kitty. This is. I've driven this road. I have got to be dozens of times. I feel like every storm chaser probably knows this road like the back of their hand. I've seen 5 tornadoes on this road. Anyways, there's a storm with a tornado vortex signature on it up this way. Southwest Nebraska, Newton area. I am currently driving and I don't have the ability to check specific areas. I just want to remind everybody, this is not a breaking news channel. This is a photography channel. If you need up-to-date information for weather in your area, please check local news. Don't check in with me. I don't have the ability to check specific areas for people. I would check in with check with local news, check local radio, weather streamers, people like Max Velocity, Ryan Hall, Evan Fryberger. I'm out here as a photographer. I don't have the ability to check local forecasts for you guys. I can really only check in on the areas that I'm in or that I'm targeting. Right now, I'm targeting northeast Colorado and western Nebraska, western Kansas. I know that there's a tornado threat in western Kansas and very low end tornado threat in western Kansas and western Nebraska, eastern Colorado. Anything outside of that area is a blind spot for me. I think there's probably a tornado threat in southeast Kansas, northeast Oklahoma, but that's about as much information as I can give you guys for areas outside of the area that I'm targeting. Like I said, this is a photography channel. If you guys need weather information, please go somewhere else, because I'm not going to be the best one to help you with that. Sorry, as much as I'd love to be able to help you guys with weather forecasting, I am just out here to take pictures of clouds. We have a tornado vortex signature up near Hawk Springs, Wyoming. That's currently the direction I'm headed in right now. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, Ghost Rider. I believe one of my moderators, Lucky Lucas, he's in Kansas. I don't know if any of my mods here are, I know some of my mods here are weather nerds. If they're in the chat and you guys feel like helping out, if you guys can answer some of those questions, I'm sure they would help you. They can probably answer some of your questions. We're going into a very low signal area, folks. So if the connection drops, that can happen sometimes, especially out here. No worries. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by, Kitty. This area is pretty close to home for me. I used to live up here. I live in Pueblo now. I live in southern Colorado now, so I don't get to chase storms up here as much as I used to. Yeah, well, today's a pretty low-end day. I didn't really have a lot of expectations. Today was looking like it was going to be a higher-end day than ended up being. Some, these 0% days, you never know. Sometimes they'll end up pulling something out, but based on the look I'm seeing right now, I don't have high expectations. Once we get up to this chain of storms, we're going to just see how these shake out. That's all very outflow dominant. This is not looking very promising right now. I keep seeing that tornado vortex signature pop up, so I'm going to interrogate that, obviously. But once we get on that storm, I'm going to track this out into the 2% area tonight. So I think this is going to be our best shot of catching a tornado tonight. Yeah, I was expecting today to be a little bit more productive than this. The models are kind of all over the place. But actually out. Up here in the DCVZ, you never know. Although I think right now, I think it's fairly safe to say our best shot of getting anything, at least before that. I'm hoping I can get on this storms before the cell merger takes place, because I think our best shot of seeing anything is going to be when these cells up here merge. Now. We're now leaving Pawnee. Ooh. But we'll see some cool clouds. we need to hit a certain threshold to be able to afford a Starlink. That's just the economics of it. So once we hit a certain once we hit a certain subscriber threshold or membership threshold where we're consistently able to hit a certain amount of revenue every month, we can we can afford a Starlink panel. But until then, Starlink is just too expensive, so we have to rely on our dual bonded cellular connection. And for what it's worth, hey, check it out, we got a base. You can kind of see it poking out over there. Let's see if we can get up on that. I got eyes on a base up here, Lucas. Got a little base up here, a little supercell up here, a little supercell action. So I'm gonna see if I can get up under that. Kind of need to get out of this traffic. Man, where's all this traffic coming from? Off when we get to I-80. Oh, nice. I'm glad to hear that, Lucas. But anyways, for those of you who are complaining about the connection quality, yes, I'm aware that the connection is kind of spotty right now. The more channel members that we get, the more subscribers that we have, the more likely that we are going to be able to afford a Starlink panel in the future. Yeah, all right, guys. I can see what appears to be the leading edge of a supercell up here, kind of poking out behind that storm up here. There's a little thunderstorm ahead of it, but that definitely looks like a supercell up here. So I'm going to try to get out under the supercell. There's a thunderstorm in front of try to cut that definitely looks like a supercell up there. So if you're just joining me now, my name is Patrick. I'm a storm chaser. We are chasing a border. It's kind of a low-end threat today. We're not expecting a whole nothing like yesterday. We're trying to get enough memberships on this channel where we can afford to get a Starlink panel to improve the quality of the connection and keep bringing you storm coverage, keep doing these live streams. Everything counts, so we really appreciate all of you being here. So we're glad to have y'all. So it absolutely means the world to us to have everybody in here joining us and watching the stream. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the stream. I'm a Colorado-based storm chaser. I do this year. Just a tropical storm before. I'm kind of floating the idea of maybe doing that this year. Never seen a hurricane before. I think I've seen an ocean before, actually, so that'd be pretty cool. That's not true. I think I've seen an ocean before. We are in exactly the right place to intercept these storms as they're coming overhead. Guys, thank you so much for all the likes. So when I watch these, so the way I have my setup right now, I don't actually have any way of knowing how many likes or viewers are on the stream. I can only see the chats. So I can only see chats. I can't see how many people are watching, and I can't see how many likes are on the stream. I can't see how many people are watching. I can only just see chat messages. So I'm usually in the dark about how many people are. I have it set up. I basically have my camera set up so that's like my camera is basically dangling from my. My camera is basically suspended from my rear view mirror, and so that way I can just glance. That way I can just glance my. That way all I have to do is just glance at my rear view mirror, and I can see my chat and my camera angle. I have it set up, a plug-in set up, so that way the text is highly magnified. So that way, I don't want to be a distracted driver, you know? So it works well that I can, you know, respond to people while I'm driving and stuff, but it also means that it's very easy for me to not see certain responses. It also means that I can miss super chats really easily and have no concept of like how many people are watching or anything like that.
Turn right onto East 7th Street, then turn right onto Rodman Court.
I think my storm is going to disintegrate by the time I get here. But then again, it recycled and formed a couple times, formed back up a couple times. So it might cycle and form back up again by the time I get to it.
Head north on Road 41 East, South Chestnut Street toward West 5th Street. Then turn.
I'm not even using navigation anymore.
Road 41 East, South Chestnut Street toward West 4th Street. In 600 feet, turn right onto US 30 East, East 3rd Street. At the light, turn right onto US 30 East, East 3rd Street.
We're going to catch this Supercell right as it crosses the road.
Head north on Road 41 East, South Chestnut Street toward East 2nd Street. Turn right onto East 2nd Street, then turn right onto South Walnut Street. Turn right onto South Walnut Street, then turn left onto Union.
You can see there's a pretty pronounced boundary, outflow boundary, that all these storms are kind of riding on right now.
Turn left onto South Webster Street. Head north on Road 41 East, North Chestnut Street toward West Main Street. In 800 feet, turn right onto East State Street. Turn right onto East State Street, then turn right onto North Rodman Court Street.
But, hey, look at that. I see an inflow tail. Do you guys see an inflow tail? That sure looks like an inflow tail to me. For as garbage as this looks on radar, that actually doesn't look too bad. Yeah, you guys see that? Oh, I'm glad to see you're okay, by the way, Sasquatchamo. Sasquatchamo, the last time I saw you in chat, you were messaging me in chat, then you passed me in traffic, and then I-25 got shut down, causing a 125-mile-long traffic jam. You did this. I didn't hear anything in chat from you after that, and it's like, Sasquatchamo must have been the one who done this. Yeah, that looks a lot like an inflow tail to me. You guys seeing that over there? I think Billy Ayers is out right now. I see him all the time. We actually just finally met each other on TikTok, so I'm pretty sure he's out right now. Yeah, that's 100% an inflow tail I'm seeing up there. Yeah, that's definitely an inflow tail. You guys seen that? You got an inflow tail up there. Let's get back on my radar. Where am I going? Where am I, even? I want to go towards the storm. So that's what I'm going to do. Go towards the storm. Oh, yeah, that's definitely an inflow tail. Yeah, we're going to get on that. Oh yeah, that's a storm. That is, look how fast that inflow tail is moving too. Holy cow. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but we're gonna go check it out. Squatch, are you in my Discord? I feel like you should be in my Discord. Oh, is my heads up display showing? Is my location currently reflected on screen? It should be. But yeah, we got an inflow tail right over there. Look at that. That's for sure an inflow tail. We got some kind of dust kick up over here. Is that a tractor? What is that? Dust devil? What is that? Tractor. It's a tractor. No? Oh, it's irrigation. Okay. One of those big irrigators. Hey-o. We got ourselves a wall cloud, maybe. There's something going on over there. Yeah. Listen, for a 0% day, I'll take it. I'll take it. Let me give you guys a tighter focus on what I'm looking at. Hopefully my camera is actually focused on it and not like on some like bug splatter on my windshield. Is it actually focusing in on the object of interest, or is it focusing in on like some random crap on my windshield? Nice. Okay, cool. Hell yeah. Well, I think this is where the party's at, so to speak. We're about to find out if that precipitation curtain is rain or hail. I hope it's rain. Yeah. Like to get out from underneath this other storm here so we can actually get on the other side of this, maybe get a better view of it. We'll see though, I might be asking too much. Be cool if I got on the north side of it looking south. Yeah, Bethany, it's a vibe. Hey-o, do you guys see that down there? Do you guys see that this cloud is interacting with the ground? Underneath that base over there. You guys see it? Right over there. You guys see that? There's something on the ground down there. Yeah, yo, what is that exactly? All right, guys, taking bets now. Is it a tornado or is it a tractor? Yeah, it is kind of hard to see. We might have had a brief weak tornado. We might have just had a brief weak tornado. Yo, dog, that's a funnel cloud. You guys see that? We got a funnel cloud. I believe we're NWS North Platte right now. Well, maybe we're either Cheyenne or North Platte. Yeah, we might have just had a very brief tornado here, guys. We're going to get up close to confirm it, though. My storm does have a hook echo on it, though. All right, we're going to run like the wind to get this thing. Yeah, we're gonna report this. I'm on here. Hold on, let me turn on my spotter network location. I'm gonna put in a storm spotter report real quick. Is it Cheyenne? Okay. I don't see that funnel cloud anymore, but I'll report it all the same. Oh, hold on. We got another funnel. Oh, we got a very clear funnel cloud over there, guys. You see that? We got a funnel cloud right over there. That's real. That's real, all right. Yeah, on M-Ping. I think we got some storm chasers over here. Yeah, we got a bunch of storm chasers over here. Yeah, we got we for sure got a funnel cloud over here. Yeah, it is coming down. Wow, that'd be cool if we got a tornado this afternoon, guys. Fortunately, this is a very remote area, so there's not a whole lot that it can affect out here. That'd be crazy. Yeah, hold on. Come on, focus, please. Thank you. All right, we're going to get off the road here, right here. Okay, hang tight, folks. We're gonna keep your eyes on that wall cloud. I'm going to get in a report real quick. There was an apparent ground circulation earlier, but it doesn't seem to be. I don't see it anymore. Want to get closer? Let's get closer. There's a couple other storm chasers in the back on the road down there behind me. Yeah, I don't see a funnel anymore either. Let's get closer. Oh, hey, there's that ground contact again. You guys see that? You guys see that right up over there? There's that ground contact again. Thank you, Nanny. I appreciate you. Thank you. That absolutely means the world to me. That's going to go a long way. Everything counts towards getting that Starlink panel. It's going to be a huge first step for us. So that really means a lot. So thank you. Oh, this could be really cool. There's a bunch of really cool it looks like the Wild West up here with all these mesas and buttes and stuff. So this will probably be out in this landscape. Oh, it's fine, Nanny. It is greatly appreciated. All the same, I'm just glad to have you here. For my 3,000 subscriber goal, I'll eat a plate of prairie oysters. How about that? We'll get prairie oysters on the channel. Yeah, that's looking way more ragged than it was earlier. That hook isn't as defined as it was earlier either. Just eat cheese curds? I feel like that's Max's thing. That's not really, I can't infringe on that. I gotta have my own thing. We'll go with prairie oysters. If you're an American, you know. Yeah, we're gonna stay with this. Although that wall cloud's looking real raggedy now. It's just falling apart. Like, that hook doesn't even show up on radar anymore. Do y'all not know what Rocky Mountain oysters are? Prairie oysters? No? I don't think I'm actually even allowed to say what they are on stream. I don't think I'm allowed to say what those are on stream. I don't think YouTube would let me. You guys have Google. You can figure it out. We had a nice little funnel cloud earlier, Justin. It seems to have evaporated now, though. I think I'm going to push through this storm and go up to there's another one up by another storm just behind this one up by Scottsbluff. I think I'm going to push through this one. It's got a little bit more of a pronounced hook on it up by Yoder. Nanny gets it. Hey, there we go. Man, all the buttes and canyons up here. It's so pretty up here. It's looks like a Wild West movie with all the canyons and buttes and mesas and stuff. Dave gets it. Yeah, I don't think this storm's going to produce, guys. Let's move on to the next storm, see if that one's got anything for us. All right, we're gonna have to go back to the bad audio, guys, because I can't have my microphone plugged in and charge the phone at the same time, unfortunately. Got a new MD issued. Yeah, this place is, I always love it up here. Very, very beautiful scenery here. So my last couple storm chases have been in this area. I caught that ground scraper here last weekend. Caught those little bird fart tornadoes out here a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Yeah, I do most of my storm chasing out here. Well, once we actually get up towards Scotts Bluff, you'll actually see Scotts Bluff. It's real pretty up there too. These storms are mostly outflow dominant at this point. I don't know if these things have anything left for us, guys. We got a little bit of hail in here. Storms are pretty much cooked, guys. I'm looking at the environment right now, and I mean, this storm up here maybe has some potential. Well, that updraft actually doesn't look like the worst thing. The thing is, I can see clear under it from here, so it's got a real high base on it. You guys see that? Is that storm, actually? Stay safe, Lucas. right up here. This one's pretty high base compared to the one we were just in. There we go. Clear. There's clearly some kind of boundary moving over here. Yeah. You can see it very pronounced on radar. You can also see we've got a kind of a shelf forming over here now on this side. Get out of the. Here, let me. We got a shelf cloud forming up on this storm. Looks kind of cool. Oh, sorry, Lucas. One of my moderators is named Lucas. There's multiple Lucases in chat right now. Lucas, I'm going to call you Lucky for now to avoid any confusion. We got a really pretty storm over here, guys. Need to find a parking lot or something. To get into Scottsbluff here soon. It kind of looks like this storm off to my west has got kind of a hook on it, although it's really hard to tell. It's got some kind of very broad rotation, although again it looks like there's no boundary out that way. This guy thinks it's got a pretty high base on it. It doesn't look like there's any chance that this thing's going to go surface based. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get gas here. Well, I'm not gonna need gas soon, but I should get gas soon. Might have a cold air funnel up here, which is kind of cool. Alright, gang, hey, sit tight for a couple of minutes, folks, while I get repositioned to get you guys another view on this storm. That storm that's currently over Hawk Spring. We've got two storms that are kind of coming in behind me right now. That look kind of cool. That I think I want to get you guys a view on. I don't think any of these are going to be tornado producers. I think this environment's spent. I haven't even read this mesoscale convective discussion yet. I'm gonna pull up. What is this place? Is this like an airport or something? This looks like an airport. We're going to just pull in and use this as a driveway real quick and give you guys a chance to look at the storm, look at this beautiful stormscape. So we've got some beautiful storms rolling in here across this beautiful landscape. I always love all the buttes and canyons and mesas up here. It's a just real pretty scenery. Yeah, we still have some towers going up. got a little bit of convection over there. We just saw a supercell that had a little funnel cloud on it and possibly a tornado. I don't think I'm willing to call that a tornado. It's just a little dust kick up beneath a wall cloud. Got some really pretty towering cumulonimbus going up over here. I don't want to get under that. And if there's anything that's going to be like promising or tornado producer, that's going to be the guy. Oh, now my Colorado storm starts popping off. Really? Now you want to go? Okay. Is there any tornado threat down here? No, I'm trying to figure out where I want to target next, Lucas. I need to get home tonight. That storm up by Chatterin looks really mean. But that's a long drive, and I'm not going to make it up there by sunset. These storms still have a lot of healthy convection on them, but there's also a lot of storms like down to my south, down like by Colorado Springs and stuff, and that's where I live. I almost kind of want to drop south again and cut those storms off as I head home. Because they would look really pretty coming home at sunset. I would have to drive back to that hail again, though. I don't know that I'm going to see anything if I keep going north is the thing. Because this is turning into a big bow echo. Yeah, this is just a big old bow echo at this point. I think I'm going to do the thing that I want to do. I'm just going to go south. And we're going to cut those storms off as they develop down south. That's an inflow tail, guys. Are you seeing that? It looks like an inflow tail. No worries. Thanks for stopping by, Justin. It's just a pretty storm. It's just a really pretty storm. All right, guys, here's the plan. We've got some new storms developing to the south down by where I live, and I need to get home for the night because I work tomorrow. So I think this is fortuitous. There's very clearly a line of storms developing along this boundary now to my south. So here's what I'm going to do. we're going to punch south again. We're going to catch those storms as they develop along that boundary to the south. And we'll cut along them as they head out into Kansas. So we're basically going to track back the way we came and watch those storms as they develop and track them eastward. And that'll probably wrap up our stream. So we'll probably be live for another 3-4 hours while following those storms. We're basically going to drop south again. I don't know that we're going to see anything else going north. Yeah, I think that's the plan. That's a cool looking storm though. Yeah, and I mean the area that we'll be headed into is the tornado risk area. So this is still going to give us our best chances of seeing a tornado tonight. So I think I'm good with that. As much as it is that I love Scottsbluff, I mean, for what it's worth, I think we might have seen a tornado today, guys. I don't think, we definitely saw that funnel cloud. We definitely saw a funnel cloud, for sure. I'm not entirely certain that that dust kick-up beneath that cloud was actually ground contact. Yeah, Lucas, we've been to Scottsbluff a whole bunch in the last couple of weeks. We've been to Scottsbluff, man, we must have been to Scottsbluff like, what, 7-8 times at this point in the last month? I think we've been to Scottsbluff every weekend in June. I think that's our record. I mean, it's just that time of year. Next weekend, we're going to Minnesota for the 4th of July. It's been too long since I've been to Minnesota. I used to live in Minnesota. Minnesota's cool. We like Minnesota. Well, if we have that many people watching, why don't y'all let us know where you're watching from? I'm always curious to find out where my viewers are. Kearney, Nebraska, South Australia, North Central Illinois. Hey, represent. Big Illinois fan here. I'd like to get back out. Like to get back out to Illinois at some point. Chicagoland, Club Bendy, Colorado. Hey, Colorado represent also. I'm originally from Fort Collins, currently living in Pueblo. Utah. For those of you guys who don't know, I made a video game. It's in early access right now. It's actually getting a full release, I think next week. I think that's what my publisher wants to do with it. And my game's set in Utah. Or at least part of the game's set in Utah. Like half the game's set in California, half the game's set in Utah. Nebraska. Noah Williams, Nebraska. I always, I look at the, I've got like an analytics dashboard on YouTube that like kind of tells me where my viewers are watching from. Can you guys guess what U.S. state watches me the most, and which country watches me the most after the U.S.? London, England. Huh. Groovy. I've never been to the UK. Actually, no. Maybe that's not true. I've been to the Cayman Islands. Are the Cayman Islands? The Cayman Islands are not like an independent. They're not like an independent nation. They're part of the UK, right? Somebody correct me on that one. Yeah, so for those of you guessing, yeah, the country that I get the second most amount of viewership from outside of the U.S. is England, which is kind of weird. I would think that it would be Canada, because like you would think that if you're watching Storm Chasers, it would be Canada, because like Canada gets a ton of tornadoes. Like the country that gets the most tornadoes is the United States. The country that gets like the second most number of tornadoes is Canada, and then I think like the third most is like England, like in that or maybe it's India. I don't remember which. But like yeah, the United States, Canada, England, and like no, Bangladesh get the most tornadoes out of any countries in the world, if I'm not mistaken. So like you would think that I'd have a lot of Canadian viewers, but nah, it's like. It's all Americans and Brits. Yeah, they did have red boxes. Red post boxes. I just seem to remember that anyways. One of my moderators, Bill Barclay, I believe he is in But the U.S. state that I have the most viewers in is Texas. But I don't think that should surprise anybody. Yeah, the U.S. state that I have the most viewers in is Texas. The state that I have the second most viewers in is California. And if anybody knows anything about demographic spread on like the internet, statistically speaking, if you're from the United States, you're either from California or Texas. viewers and or the U.S. state that watches my channel the most is Texas. The second most is California, but that shouldn't surprise anybody because I think that's true of literally every single YouTube channel. Just by virtue of the fact that those are the two most populous U.S. states. Like, what are you going to do about it? Literally most Americans live in California and Texas, so... Yeah, I mean, like, Texas and California are the, like, most populous places in this country. Statistically speaking, if you're an American, you're either Texan or Californian. Like, you're one of those two. Yeah, I mean, I would also be curious about city. I don't think my YouTube dashboard gives me a breakdown on those. Also, most of the people who watch my channel are not subscribed. Subscribe to my channel, you cowards. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. It helps me out a lot. We're working towards getting a Starlink panel for the vehicles, so that way we don't have so many signal disruptions. So, if you have the means and want to help out, subscribe, like the thing, and consider becoming a channel member. Becoming a channel member mostly helps me get a Starlink panel, but also you get some cool benefits if you're a subscriber or if you're a channel member. Channel members get cool hand-drawn. I drew all the channel badges and channel emojis by hand. I'm like a game designer. I draw all that pixel art myself. You also get access to all the photography I do on my storm chases when I do photography. So if you want to help me get a Starlink panel and want to get access to my photography and want some cool pixel art, consider becoming a channel member. For those of you who are just joining us, my name is Patrick. I am probably a storm chaser. Most likely a storm chaser. 3 out of 5 dentists say that I'm a storm chaser. We are headed for a line of developing storms in central, northern Colorado. And we're going to be punching into that 2% tornado risk out in eastern Colorado, western Kansas a little bit to get them. I've seen more tornadoes this year than any time before. It's been incredible. This has been a phenomenal year of storm chasing. Guys, that Scottsbluff storm is probably gonna recycle and get a tornado on it. I'm not gonna chase it, but just stay weather aware, guys. yeah, for those of you guys who don't know, Colorado is like Colorado has its own little tornado alley. Denver, the city of Denver is a tornado magnet. Like, I'm not even joking about that. The city of Denver is like a tornado magnet. There's a local phenomena in Colorado that causes tornadoes to happen in and around the Denver metro area. In fact, Colorado is highly, highly active when it comes to tornadoes. Weld County, Colorado is the county that gets the most tornadoes out of any place in the United States. It beats out like Tulsa in Oklahoma, actually. Yeah, that Scottsbluff storm looks like it's regaining some intensity. It's probably going to go through a cell merger too. So, anyways, stay weather aware if you're up in Wyoming. We are not going to be sticking with that Wyoming chain of storm, or the Nebraska. We're not going to be staying with those Nebraska storms. I've decided that I'm going to move south and go after the southern storms in Colorado. Lucas Jonathan, there's a phenomena in Colorado called the Denver Convergence Vorticity Zone. Actually, Denver meteorologist recently explained this on TikTok way better than I ever could. I'll post a link to that TikTok on my Discord server, which you guys should join. Blondie, if you could drop a link to the Discord, that'd be awesome. But the short version is is the mountains. The short answer to that is it's actually the mountains. But the long answer to that is just north of the Palmer Ridge. It's that little chain of mountains that's just like south of Denver. It kind of creates like a bowl almost, it's like kind of a big valley. It's like kind of a big basin. And so it creates this phenomena called the Denver Vortex. So there's just this large area of rotating air north of Denver, kind of like a triangle between like Ogallala, Nebraska, and Denver, Colorado, and like Laramie, Wyoming, and anything inside that triangle, all the storms in that area just rotate. And indeed, any day of the year, you can look on radar and you can just look at the velocities, and you can just see everything out there rotating. They were saying that 2 out of every 3 days of the year there's an active Denver vortex ongoing, and you just look out there and you'll just see stuff just turning away. So like, if you want to see it, like I always tell people, if you want to see a tornado in Colorado, go to just pick a day when there's like an outflow boundary out in eastern Colorado with even just normal thunderstorms. Get out there on Highway 14 and you will see a landspout tornado out there just easily. Like out there by like Bennett and like Bennett, Lyman, Deer Trail, all those little towns out there, just go out there whenever there's a thunderstorm. I guarantee you can see a tornado out there very easily. There's a running joke on my channel. There's always a tornado by the airport. And that's like only kind of a joke because there's almost always a tornado out there by the airport. And it's not for no reason. It's because of the Denver vortex. Wow, 2.3. We're almost to 2,500. Guys, thank you so much for everybody who subscribed to the channel. All that. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate all of you for hanging out with me, joining me up for the drive. Just to catch anybody up who is not aware of what it is that we're doing right now, it looks like we've got some kind of an MCS type situation developing in southern Colorado. It looks like between like Fort Morgan and Woodmore, Colorado. We are going to be catching up to that line of storms here pretty shortly. That line of storms is what's going to be driving that tornado threat out there in Kansas. So that's our next target. We are solidly about now. There's everything east of Denver. There's a lot of great stuff east of Denver. A lot of cool ghost towns. A lot of great hiking and camping. A lot of great prairies and stuff. Eastern Colorado really is a hidden gem. I swear to God, if I look in my rearview mirror and I see a tornado back there, I'm going to be pissed. Okay. I keep looking back behind me, and it's a very menacing sky back there. Yeah, there's a lot of surface vorticity out there. Colorado it's a great state for storm chasers. If you're out here, I think we found out on one of my last streams that they call it in Australia. Australians are going to have to correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but I believe they call dust devils willy willies out there, which I think is very funny. Yeah, Aurora, Colorado gets a few tornadoes. So fun fact: 2 weeks ago there was a tornado on Pikes Peak. The Denver vortex? No, the Denver Convergence Vorticity Zone. There's literally always rotating. Yeah, I mean we typically only get tornadoes here during tornado season. But like, I mean we've had tornadoes as late as like October out here. We're gonna lose signal again here for just a minute. I used to live in Colorado Springs for like 2 months. Colorado Springs is pretty nice. Yeah, I mean we do get tornadoes in the winter here, but they're pretty rare. But I mean, like, yeah, Colorado has gotten like winter tornadoes. Storm up by, is that Hyannis? No, that's Chadron. Gordon, that storm is spinning like a top. Yeah, Crested Butte is very pretty. Show you guys. I actually have a roof mounted camera. See my roof mounted my camera on my and you know, I put Rain-X on the lens, but that still doesn't do a great job of keeping the rain off the lens. I would love to solicit some ideas from you guys on what else I can do to try to keep the rain off the lens up there. Because I put Rain-X on there to make it hydrophobic, and that I definitely need some additional solution. I almost need like a 3D printed like rain hood or something that goes over the top of it. But I can't find any like rain hoods that go over the top of GoPros that will you know, not create a whole bunch of drag or anything on there. I don't know. If anybody has any ideas on what to do with roof-mounted GoPros or roof-mounted action cameras, I'd love to solicit you guys' opinions on that, or if you guys have any recommendations for those. Got some pretty rain shafts coming down over there. Oh, good call. Look. Also, we have a Discord server. For those of you who don't know, outside of this, professionally, I'm a game designer. I work for a mobile game studio. I've also worked on and released a few indie video games as well. And the Discord server, you know, we play games, watch horror movies, talk weather, that kind of stuff, hang out. Today's storm chase was supposed to be kind of a weird one. This channel used to be called Beyond Storm Chasing, and we still do weird stuff on this channel. Today, my plan originally was actually, I hired a psychic to tell me where the tornadoes were going to be today. But so I was planning to use the psychic's advice to chase the tornadoes instead of using weather forecasting tools. But so I went on TikTok and I found one of those TikTok psychics who had paid them to give me a forecast, you know, using their psychic abilities. But very last second before I went on the stream today, the person I hired kind of got cold feet and backed out on me, which is probably for the better, honestly. But I try to do things a little bit off the beaten path on this channel, just, you know, for the novelty of it, or to have fun. Especially on a low-risk day like today, when, you know, I'm not going to miss like a big tornado outbreak or something like that. We like to have fun here. But if you like that kind of weird stuff, this channel is for you. We like to have a little bit of fun, a little bit of counterculture on this channel. So that's kind of the whole shtick here. We also do ghost town exploration. I haven't done a ghost town exploration stream in over a year. I've also done gold prospecting, treasure hunting before too, so we'll probably do that more in the fall as a spooky season rolls around, so stay tuned for some of that. There are some, we also do some paranormal type stuff occasionally, so this is not just a storm chasing channel. It's a variety channel that does IRL history stuff too. So you got a hook by Derby, Kansas. I wish I could check that for you. There's stuff in the Oklahoma Panhandle right now too. Funny story, y'all. Yeah, tarantulas in the fall, we do that too. We do that too. I was told by someone close to me that if we tried to do a fear and loathing type situation with a tornado, that we'd be fired. So we're not allowed to do psychedelic drugs and chase a tornado. But we're not ruling it out either. We're not ruling it out. Oh man, could you even imagine though? That would be pretty intense. I don't know if I'd have a good time with that. It would have to be like a really low stress intercept, like an isolated supercell. You'd have to approach it from the south, and you'd have to just be like, you'd really have to be vibing. You'd want to do that. You'd want to do that chase with a partner. You wouldn't want to solo that chase. Yeah, me too. We have looks like we got a dust storm over here, maybe. Possible tractor intercept. We do some ghost hunting on this channel, although it's more mystery focused. Yeah, we got a little dust storm kicking up over here. Whoa, something's blowing my car around. Yeah, we got a dust storm rolling through. We must be right on that boundary. Very gusty winds coming through now. You guys can see over there a lot of particulate getting thrown up into the air. Woo! You probably can't see that or hear that on stream, but that wind is whipping through here. You guys can now see that dust storm coming through. Oh wow, big dust storm. Whoop. Look at that. Had a little gust-nado get kicked up over there. That's cool. Oh, big dust devil! Big dust devil! Oh, damn, it's right behind me. It's crossing. Oh, damn it. A big dust devil just kicked up right behind me, and we missed it. Man, that'd have been cool to show on stream. Oh. There a big dust devil kicked up right behind me, and that would have been cool to put on stream. But yeah, we've got a big gusty outflow boundary right now that's just is now starting to, the gust front on the storm is rolling through. Man, I really wish I'd managed to get that on camera. That's a shame. That would have been cool. I want to give a shout out to a storm chaser I normally chase with on days like this, storm chaser Mason Harris. If you're not subscribed to his channel, make sure you go subscribe to him. He's got a very funny video on his channel where he got jump scared by a landspout tornado. That was the day that he and I went and chased those tornadoes out in Akron, Colorado. Very funny video. He was so fixated on, wow, he was so focused and fixated on one particular storm that on one tornado that he totally missed that there was another tornado just touched down right behind him. Very funny. Give you guys a chance to take a look at that storm. Oh wow, there's something going on over there. You guys see that? Big dust storm. There's something going on over there. I'm not really sure what it is. It's kind of wild looking. Yeah, hang on. I need to zoom in on it a little bit. Something goofy going on. Hold on. Something extremely goofy going on here, guys. Just need to check it out real quick. I thought I spotted maybe possibly a land spout. I want to make sure that's not what I'm seeing here. What on earth am I seeing back there? Nope, we're good. It's just a rain shaft. We're good.
Continue on Nebraska 71 for 2 miles.
Alright, just had to double check something, guys.
For 2 miles.
That rain shaft back there threw me for a second. It's like, that can't be what I think it is. Nope, sure wasn't. that's actually pretty solid advice, Rowan. When I chased that tornado back in Hyannis, I got so transfixed by that huge wedge that I kind of, that was the first time I've ever seen a tornado that large before. And you see something like that, you just get transfixed by it. You really can't look away. And I mean, I was just like, yeah, I was totally taken back by it that I did not notice that like another tornado had formed like right next to it. And yeah, this was pretty crazy.
West route to Nebraska 71 south of Cheyenne Way.
For those of you just joining, my name is Patrick. I'm a storm chaser. We just intercepted a line of storms up here in Nebraska. We saw a funnel cloud, maybe a tornado. I don't think it was a tornado. It was a little dusty spin up beneath a wall cloud. We definitely saw a funnel cloud that got reported on. We're headed south into Colorado and to chase a line of storms that's headed out into the 2% tornado risk area. That is where we are headed now. And that's pretty much where we'll be ending our stream tonight. But we've got another good 3 hours of chasing. Oh yeah, Ginny, please get some sleep. I figured, yeah, it's got to be very late there. Thank you so much for stopping by the stream. Glad to have you here. And our wind reports. Alright, and we are moving on to our next target storm now. Once again, we're going to be taking the Heartland Expressway south.
Continue for 43 miles.
Alright guys, we're going to do my favorite thing. Don't be this guy. Don't be this guy. Don't park beneath an overpass. Shame. Oh, he's a sheriff. Especially don't be that guy. Don't park beneath the overpass, guys. He was a cop too. He should know better. Oh, Lucas, I wish you were too. That storm looks awesome. There'll be more. You'll get some good ones. I can actually maybe see that storm from here. Like it's a ways down there, but maybe not that storm. I got a storm off to my southeast that I can see on the horizon that I don't think is in Colorado. Yeah, that storm looks like it's going to go torwarned. Absolutely. which one? Wait, which one? Which radar? Which radar is that one next to? Because now that I'm trying to pull it up now. What radar? Okay. Sweet. Is that the one that's to the that hook on there might be a range, might just be a precision. It's a little bit, you see that? It's a little bit behind the boundary now. It's not really latched onto the boundary either, so it might not have the energy to sustain. Hey Justin, welcome back. We're picking a new, we've got a new target storm now. We're dropping south. We're headed back into Colorado. And targeting that storm near Deer Trail. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I could probably do that. I haven't been out chasing in a little while. I'm sure you're itching for something. You guys have got a new vehicle you guys got to break in. Now I was just thinking, you know, it'd be a fun members perk for the channel. There's let Raiders. You guys are in a special weather statement now, huh? Anybody's watching right now, by the way, good friend of the channel, Justin Ryan of Wind Dancer Media. He's a storm chaser based out of what, Little Rock or Conway? One of those little places down there in Arkansas. Channel. Hey, my target storm just went severe warned. We're going to be there in no time. Oh, I was just saying, based out of Little Rock. Make sure to go subscribe to his channel.